Shark bait. Okay.
My guys.
Oh. Welcome to City Reseller. You good?
Yeah, I just turned my muted my volume on my laptop so I can actually see the screen maybe this time. This morning was
gotcha.
right just that.
Oh, is that what happened? What's going on? Welcome in. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're doing a Q&A about reselling. Let's go.
Let's go. Any questions?
244. What is up, my dude? You guys haven't heard, we're going to be doing a Launchpad podcast on YouTube. Rocket City Reseller presents Launchpad. And Ellie, Tennessee Treasures, has been kind enough to co-host with us. And also Shisha 244. That's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. And yeah, it's going to be fire. Come by and say hi. You'll have us live. And be able to ask questions. You can ask them now. You can ask them then. You can post to Instagram, wherever you want to find us on the socials. So that's what's going on. We'll be there. And let's see if we can get some links in the chat so you can find us easier. So let me do that. See if I can find.
If anybody has any questions to start us off.
I have a question. How are you so good at this? Like, in all seriousness, like,
what do you mean?
You're so good at this.
How am I so good at this?
Yeah, you make this look easy.
3 years in, it's easy now. It wasn't easy at first.
Yeah. Do you still get that excitable energy? Do you still get that like excitement when you go live?
I'm always excited to go live. I don't get nervous anymore, except for when I'm under a time constraint.
So, oh yeah, like a raid train type of lock.
Yeah, if I have 30 minutes, I feel panicked.
Yeah, there's just something about that pressure of being on a 30-minute train or even a 10-minute, like Ashley's one and done on Sundays.
Yeah. Is it 5 minutes?
5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is.
5 minutes.
5 minutes? You better have your
Yeah.
What's up, baby? Yeah. The cool cats are hanging out, man.
Ooh-wee.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on this year. 2026 is going to be about growing your business or turning your side hustle into an actual business and treating it that way. It's super important if you're going to level up in reselling, you got to really lock in and start treating it that way. And if you feed it, it will feed you. That's the messaging. So that's what 2026 is going to be all about. And if you like that type of thing and you want to learn more about that, you can reach us Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central. Right? Yeah. 8 p.m. Eastern. My bad. So
Should I start one of these gift cards now or later? We want
you can do the gift card. Yeah. We're going to do a Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
Courtesy of Rocket City Reseller.
Boom. Get you. $5 gift card. Get in that giving. You want to make sure you eat your Dunkin' Donuts.
Or donuts, yeah.
It's so much better than Starbucks, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think? Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks?
They never get stuff right at Starbucks.
Leave it in the chat. And they charge you like a ton of money too.
Yeah.
So that's the YouTube link right there.
Hey, does that work? We have clickable links?
I don't know if it works or not.
I don't want to try it because I don't want to mess it up.
I don't know. But you can also reach the YouTube channel at Rocket City Reseller. And if you go to live, it's actually not in our podcast section yet, which was Ellie pointed out earlier today. You have to actually go to live. Once we have our first show, it'll start going into the podcast link. So make sure that you're bookmarking. If you can't watch it tomorrow live, be sure to check us out and replay. We would appreciate the viewership. Any subscribes, likes, it helps our comments, helps the channel grow, helps us help you better. we, you know, we've had a lot of success last year. So we want to make sure that we share our knowledge in the things that we've done right and the things that we've done wrong. And if you've been following along on my YouTube channel, and if you're not following Ellie, make sure you follow her too. But I talk about the good and the bad, the mistakes. When I'm doing my what sold videos and I'm pulling stuff and it's not in inventory, happens
Yeah.
to the best of us. We can go on and on about that subject, I'm sure, but it happens to the best of us. So
Philip, what's up, Philip? I feel like I'm so zoomed in.
what's up, Phil?
I don't think I've ever asked you and Amanda how did you guys get started reselling?
Yeah, so for us, it was we're licensed foster parents. We'll talk more about this on the podcast, but basically, for we were trying to subsidize the things that the state wouldn't pay for. For example, we had a foster son that wanted to do karate. We actually refinanced our vehicle in order to make sure that he could actually do that. So it just goes to show you like how little they actually pay you. So in
Yeah.
order for him to be able to do that, that's something that we did. And we were like, that's great, but maybe it wasn't the best financial decision. So we needed an option at the time. It was during COVID, and Amanda had just lost her job after 17 years at Target. We needed something to do to try to offset some of the costs of just surviving. So reselling, came across a Gary Vee video. He was
Gary
buying
V.
plush for 25 cents and like comping it right in the street, saying it sold for $30. I was like, this guy's full of shit. I was like, this guy is absolutely full of shit. So I was just like, I'm gonna prove him wrong right now. And we bought a few things, and I listed my first sale on Macari was a what's it, Clarabelle? She's one of the old
The
school,
cow. Yeah,
like
yeah,
steam yard or steamboat Willie, whatever he
yeah.
is. That type of Clarabelle, and it sold for 142, I think,
Wow.
on Macari, and it actually flagged my account because it was my first sale. They thought I was some sort of scammer or something.
Philip,
So
this is my friend Bob, Rocket City Reseller.
yeah,
He is the one
but
that is starting the podcast that you will be watching Monday nights. Philip has promised to be there, at least try to.
oh yeah, we appreciate the
Amanda,
viewership there, Phil. Yeah, so that's kind of how it happened and why it happened. And then once we started, it wasn't easy at first. We have a lot of success now. And I've talked about the numbers and other things and other live streams. And there was a lot of mistakes. The important parts were that we failed fast and we failed forward. I think that's what really helped us grow.
yeah,
Learning from those failures and kind of moving things along in that way. So, um, and fast forward again 3 years as well. Um, 2 years on Whatnot. It's hard to believe that this month is 2 years that we've been on Whatnot. 8,000 sold on Whatnot. 5-star review. Um, Now we've had our moments on Whatnot reviews, but for now our account health's 100%. We try to do the best we can by our customers and try to give people great deals. And there goes a giveaway.
Lily! I
Lily,
didn't even
Lily,
see you
guess
pop
what?
in. Hi, Lily.
You got a Dunkin' Donuts gift
Dunkin'
card.
Donuts.
$5, my friend. Thank you for tuning in, your viewership. So
Yes, I get so
yeah,
distracted.
awesome. So we do a lot of giveaways in our shows and other things. We talked about it this morning a bit, how that can grow your channel as well and followers and viewership and things of that nature. There's no wrong or right way to do this. Do what's comfortable for you. But yeah, so I
I
don't know
can
if I
see
answered the
the
question.
drive behind like monetary gift cards before the whole sticker, like before we could pay for only sticker or just regular first class mail. I was giving away like a big old plush or a big old toy plus paying the $5 shipping for it. So
Yeah, yeah,
five
that's one
dollar
of
gift
those
card.
things that you.
But
Yeah, we were
yeah,
doing this. We were doing the same thing. I still do it to this day. I'm just so wild. Like wild card or loose cannon or whatever you want to call me. I'll just pick something off the shelf and be like, okay, this is your giveaway. Could
Yeah.
be a $20 Build a Bear. You just never know. What
Yeah.
That's the thing about my shows is like I don't preload or do any of that. I run by weight, um, by item, and I sell it for I buy it low and I sell it low. So I'm the Dollar General of whatnot.
A day. Hey, that's a business
So,
model. Beef Patty. Welcome
what's
in.
up,
Beef
B?
Patty, we're talking about how to start reselling on here. Shoot your questions.
Yeah, I know Phil. She's the best. We're very close in location to each other, and we source all the time with each other. So we're good neighbors and good stewards of each other's time. And
Hmm.
when I asked Ellie to do this, and without even a hesitation or a skip in the beat, she said yes. So she is definitely a reseller's reseller, and we can't appreciate her enough. Her family, everybody, we love them so much. So Tiny Toys. If you're not following Tiny Toys either, you make sure you follow 'em. Appreciate you, Tiny. Um, so
Okay, let me
get those
see.
questions out because now's your chance. Captive audience.
Okay, here's my question. How much did you spend, like, when you first started reselling, how much did you go out and spend to start reselling?
That's a good question. I
Is that too much?
probably too much, yeah. And we bought a
Mm.
lot of that wasn't like we thought we were gonna be millionaires off of Beanie Babies. We were those people.
Oh no.
Let's talk
But they're
about it.
trending now. Not the
Be-
babies.
Beanie plush.
Yeah.
So I posted in what she's referencing is our Resellers Refuge Facebook group. If you want to be a part of that and you're a reseller, be sure to check that out. You can ask all the questions without any type of condemnation or bullshit. You know, people are always like, "Oh, did you do your research?" Blah, blah. We don't do that kind of thing at Resellers Refuge. You ask what you need to ask, and we'll do our best to help you out. So but yeah, I posted in there about Beanie Plush 44% up in the last 90 days on eBay. People are looking for a Beanie Plush, and people automatically assume that I meant Beanie Babies. So yeah, no, not Beanie Babies. Although they do sell, don't get me wrong. Tiny Toys, I set you up. I told you Beanie Babies, but it's not. So,
Tiny Toys won't get rid of her Beanie Babies anyways. Look cool to us aren't always the best things to buy, are they?
yeah, Jeff, that is correct. And that's it goes the other way too because sometimes like we don't like things, but they sell. We have this conversation every time my wife and I go sourcing. She's like, I am not photographing and picturing another Paw Patrol item. I was like, honey, you put them all together, it's $70. It's like I'm gonna have to we're gonna have to veto. We're gonna have to veto. We get one veto. When we're out and about thrifting, we try to be good stewards of each other and like listen to each other because we're like she's nine times out of ten she's right. We shouldn't be buying it, but that 10th time is usually when I'm right, and it sells, which is probably frustrating for her, right? So I pick something, she's like, "What the is that?"
Welcome in, welcome in. We're
So
doing a resellers Q&A, guys. Shoot your questions. We're just talking about uh, the road to success.
the same format, maybe not. It's going to be a lot more guided, Phil. A lot more deeper dive regarding reselling. We're going to talk about some of the business aspects of growing your business and some of the things we learned along the way in regards to that. So less riffing and more structure, maybe. Also trying to have fun at the same time. So the point of the podcast is for new viewers, or sorry, people that have been selling, that are trying to start something new. For example, we'll use Commonwealth Picker, for example. Most people know him as a reseller. He has a few different YouTube channels, but recently started a new YouTube channel about educating people on brands. So if you didn't know, so that would be a good opportunity for someone like him to come in. Even though he has much success, he's trying to start something new. the point of the podcast would be for that type of person. If you're just starting in reselling, or if you've been reselling for a while, you want people to know about your business and what that looks like and how you started and things of nature. Come in, promote yourself, and things of that nature. So there's a few different angles for the podcast and point. So we also want to support those folks that may not be a big time streamer or don't have time for YouTube. We want to give them the opportunity to come in and also showcase their business because it's just as important, if not more so, right? Yeah. So
Maybe you'll learn a thing or two.
I don't know. Phil, are you an old dog that can learn a new trick? I don't know. You know, I think there's room for everybody. Is the point of the podcast. So we want to make sure that we make room for everybody to at the table. And transparency also. I don't think there's a lot of podcasts right now that are being very transparent about reselling. They're just showing you, hey, this item sold for $60, blah 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 at the thrift. Catch me at the thrift. You get that 3-second reel about what that is, but in actuality, there's a lot more that goes into reselling. If you want to see that type of content, check me out on YouTube. I show you like how we store our items and the absolute chaos that is that, and what that looks like behind the scenes, tripping over boxes, the whole like you didn't clean up after yourself. There's no one to blame but yourself type of accountability. Shaming.
Put the
You like
clean part
shaming videos. Yeah.
over.
Denial is a river, right?
Hmm. So, speaking of transparency, what would you say was your first big mistake as a reseller?
Beanie babies.
Beanie Babies.
Yeah, that was a
Dang
pretty
it.
big one.
Yeah.
We ended up
He's not
actually
kidding.
donating.
All
Yeah,
the
we ended
love
up
Beanie Babies.
we ended up donating to some little girl or something. I forget who we came across. We ended up giving her this huge, gigantic box of Beanie Babies. We're just here, have them. Just like, please.
Says Bob should install a live streaming camera. What do you mean? Do we sell video games? I pick them up. I haven't started selling them yet.
So at when we're out and about and selling and doing
Live
all the
stream.
things, I we
Oh,
don't we don't we don't find video games very much when we're out thrifting. We
I
just
find
don't
them a
find
lot
them.
at garage sales.
Yeah, see, we're not really garage sale or yard sale people.
And I
Um,
pick them up,
that's
but I
why.
haven't dived into like looking them up and seeing which ones are worth it or testing. I can't test them, and I know there's money in video games. Somebody will come along and buy them and flip them for more.
Yeah, if you're a sneaker, clothing, or video game person, there's money to be had. Those are the things that are
And
hot right now.
yeah.
And we're toy resellers. There's always a season for toys. We're just getting out of our busiest time of year for Christmas time, but now you got Valentine's Day, you have
Hmm.
Easter, so there's birthdays, special occasions, things of that nature, graduation time.
Hmm.
So you have all these opportunities, Mother's Day, Father's Day. We
Yeah.
sell a lot during that time.
Yep.
So I can't say enough. If you're reselling it and you're watching this and hear my voice, list your Valentine's and Easter stuff now. Do it now. We're already selling it. So
Tiny Toys asked, "Is there a YouTuber that inspired you in your reselling journey?" So I think you mentioned
yes.
Gary V. I don't know.
Yeah. What about you? I'll let you go first.
I was in the Harry Tornado era.
Yeah, I mean,
So
that's not a bad role model.
that's not. I love Harry Tornado, and he's.
Yeah. He's very charismatic. Um,
Hmm.
he's not bad on the eyes. I'll say that as a you know, I'm okay with my being
Looking
able to
man.
say that. Yeah, he's not a bad looking dude, so that helps me
Yeah,
too, I'm sure. But yeah, he's a wealth of information, and the fact that he is all over the place, I appreciate because I
I
am
watched
too.
a lot too.
But who inspired me most is the Rebel Reseller. If you're not following the Rebel Reseller on YouTube, change your evil ways and go subscribe right now. She has 20 something years of reselling knowledge. So you want to make sure that you're following her, even if you're not a plush and toy reseller. There's a lot of value in what she says and how she runs her business. And we built an entire model, a six-figure business based off of it. So, you know, that's who I would say I would admire the most. So,
Okay, then Tiny Toys asked, "Do you plan on going into other categories?"
hmm. I think we've already started it. At least Amanda has.
No.
Um,
She's
I think
Amanda said no.
Amanda's under the impression that she hasn't done that yet, and she kind of has already, to be quite honest. Plush is a niche, in my opinion, and toys is a niche, in my opinion. They're micro niches within each other.
Mhm,
So we were talking about this earlier, Ellie. How now she says a toy is Fisher Price Little People or adorable, whereas I say toys are all things, right? Stuffed animals,
mhm.
plushies, whatever you want to call them, plus toys. Like it's all toys to me. But we always have a back and forth, her and I, about that. So, but she's already started incorporating books as well. Tomorrow, I think Tuesday, you guys are a part of the Once Upon a Plush. It's
Mhm.
a book and toy. You get a combo type of thing. You sell them together. So there's value in that, right? Having a reading buddy and things like that. So she's already kind of crossing over to books and media by doing that without realizing it. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I think to answer that question in generalities, will I become a clothing reseller? I talked to Tiny about this a little bit at the bins, and she's trying to put me on the spot in front of Amanda. But I would like to, at some point, be able to hire somebody and do clothing because Amanda will never take a picture of a piece of clothing ever.
I don't blame her. But
So
live, if
it's
you're live, you just hold it up, no measuring or pictures.
I will say that like there is money and it's very lucrative, but I think it's soul sucking. There's no joy in that for me, but I can see the value
Same.
in doing it as a businessman. I can understand why people do it and why there's money and value in it. People are very vain and they love how they look and they brand
Not
specific. I bought this on Poshmark for $20. It's a $60 sweatshirt. So and it was new when I
so,
got it. So
so here's my thing on other cross categories. On Whatnot, I have built a following almost strictly for toys and plush.
mhm.
I pick up things like backpacks, uh, Vera Bradley, other purses, hats, sometimes shoes. I I liquidated a lot of my shoes this past summer in garage sales, um, because I didn't have the eBay back yet. But I do still pick up clothes when it's uh, cartoon related. So like graphic tees, but like cartoon related graphic tees.
Yeah,
If that
so
makes
it's like a sub niche within
yeah.
the yeah. And Amanda actually sells Vera Bradley too. She doesn't really talk about it very often, but she actually started doing that. She's like, You're going to do toys and plush because I was going to do that. And then she was like, I'm going to sell purses, Vera Bradley, because that's where she
Mhm,
was with it. And she still sells them. But so she does kind of cross category a bit. And she's been talking about bringing those to Whatnot because she has a hell of a collection of Vera Bradley. So if you like
mhm.
purses, make sure you're checking out Fiona's Finds. She's talked about doing that this
Maybe
year. I don't know when that's going to be.
maybe we can do a I've got some Vera Bradley. We can do a Vera Ray train.
Yeah, just saying, maybe.
Maybe.
There's
Don't
very few people that can actually be successful in cross category sell. So in my opinion on Whatnot. So I've had
well
that
there's no
opinion for
reason we can't be one of them.
why not, right? That's the point of this year, 2026, about growing and expanding, broadening your mindset, like lock in and get it done. So
So Philip asked, "What brings you the most joy?"
helping
Mm,
people.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're
It's
good at it.
true. It's true. My wife. Yeah, that's the easy answer.
That's number
That's
one.
what that's the that should be a given, like X's,
Let's
whatever,
say
right?
let's say
That's the
what brings you the
constant.
most joy in reselling, right? And I think it's kind of obvious for us. Let me take a
The
burps.
money? No, I'm just kidding.
The money.
The
Ding.
money, that's what brings me the most joy now.
That's what drives this
The
train.
other thing too is like for me, hearing back from the customers about this was my childhood toy. I just did a reel about this on the
Mm.
Facebook group Rocket City Reseller. Facebook, check me out. Shameless promoter, sorry about that. So I just did a reel about that where we found this old McDonald dog, and this was his person's childhood toy, and we took an offer because they're on a fixed income, and got it out to him. Heard back that they loved it and all the things. So that to me is part of helping. Obviously, I'm making money too at the
So
same
rewarding.
time, so there's room for both. So
Yeah. And nostalgia sells.
yeah, you can be
That's
a good
part of the
person and
whole
still
shebang.
make money. A lot of people think that just because you're making money, you're not a good person, and that's bullshit. So if someone's telling you that in your life, that's not true. Remember, money is not the root of evil. Love of money is the root of evil. So it's
Mm,
often
yep.
misquoted. So
Amanda said my fave one thus far is the Build-A-Bear.
yeah,
Oh, and the
so
elf.
we sold a Build-A-Bear patchwork puppy online exclusive that came out years and years ago. We found it at a thrift store. Probably paid $3 for it. It sold for 7. Which one? Oh, oh, not
Which
money,
one?
the feeling. So we sold the Build-A-Bear, and I think it was $20. Amanda's behind the scenes telling me that I was wrong. So that sale was a good sale. But anyways, the emotional part of the other sale was there was a fire basically during the child's growing up phase, and they actually lost this Build-A-Bear that his grandfather had given to him. Grandfather had passed and stuff like that, and the dad found the Build-A-Bear on our either Facebook. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
you.
much. The one
The
and
one and
only
only Genesis.
Genesis. Appreciate
Appreciate
you
you.
for the
We can do the other
rescue.
giveaway if you want, Ellie.
Okay, let's run the gibby
It's a $5
in
gift
honor of the
card.
raid.
We appreciate you. Hopefully, the one
Running.
and only Genesis. Um, you had a great show, and if you're not following, make sure you're following them. I'm not sure what you're selling, but feel free to promote your show, your next one coming up, and tell us what you're selling. But anyways, so basically, the Build-A-Bear story was Dad found it on our site. He's going to give it to the child for Christmas. Um, I guess this child was having a bad day, and he decided to give it to him early. Waterworks, tears. We get the entire story like right now to us about what that was. So yeah.
So follow the one and only Genesis for a whole bunch of shit, toys and vintage.
Hell yeah. That's
I
what we sell
follow.
too. A whole bunch of
Yeah.
I love it.
Philip said, "Does this mean I'm gonna be always on camera from now on?" No, not necessarily. When I run my shows for selling stuff, I'll probably still be. I think I'll
Yeah.
probably still. Maybe I'll integrate it eventually. I don't know.
Yeah, take it easy there, Phil.
Like a toy
Um,
hunter.
you're stuck with me on camera all the time because you know what? You're welcome. You're welcome, Phil.
Yeah. I don't grace everybody with my presence
Yeah.
always. So.
And listen, just like she said, it's kind of ironic that we're doing a podcast with two people that are not forward facing
Not.
sellers.
Yeah.
We should do a podcast where we just show each other's hands in the podcast. How funny would that be? That would be a
It's
total
gonna
different angle.
hand talk.
We'll be like, yeah, well, I'm Italian on my mom's side, so I mean, it wouldn't be a problem for me. I'd be like, hey, by the way. But yeah, anyway.
You're just gonna see me tapping my fingers the whole time. Happy New Year's. Thank you. Thank you. Same to
Apex Chef
you.
said, Bob, no lie, just sold the Paw Patrol. Yeah, Paw Patrol can sell, and it can sell well, depending on which characters you have in that. So don't sleep on Bluey either. Bluey.
I get crap all the time for not going on camera. I haven't really gotten any complaints.
Yeah, I mean,
Sell itself.
I think that if you give them the best price at I guess it all comes down to that. You don't really need to be fancy about it. You don't need to be showy. I mean, people do come to Whatnot for a show, and I guess I would be considered a professional clown if I were to classify myself. Like, kind of like Flip the World Texas came in and said it best. He's like, I get paid to be a professional clown. I feel like I can vibe with that personally, but that's just the way I
That's
decide to
debatable.
run shows. I got no damn shame. So the hand seller club.
Yes. You gotta make a hand
Know what you
sign or
should do,
something.
Ellie? You still have that thing that you found at the bins? You should have
No,
that
I
come
am
on
great.
the screen real quick. Have it run across
I'm
the
great.
table. Have it run
I have
across the
ugly grandma hands. No, it's okay. It's all right. The hands are.
Yeah. My hands are nice and supple, don't worry.
Actually,
I don't
I need some lotion, and I took the nails off, so
yeah. Yeah. I
no
should be a,
dishpan hands.
non-facing I should be a
Welcome
non-facing,
in.
seller.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Bob is
Maybe I'd be
so.
more successful if I wasn't on camera.
We got
Uh,
about a minute and 30 seconds getting that giveaway. Dunkin' Donuts $5 gift card,
yep,
courtesy of Rocket City Reseller.
yep. We
Yes, we
appreciate
are
that
here
raise.
to answer all the questions. Let us know what you have. Where do you see yourself in a couple of years?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You first,
Okay.
because you're
So
already ahead
am
of the
I
game.
though? I don't know.
You're
I
ahead of
don't
the
think I
game.
am. I don't know.
Oh,
Well, I
good.
see myself probably more so doing social media and getting the message out about what we plan on doing this year. So for the next few years, that'll probably be the genesis or the root of resale. I want to document Amanda's success because she is quite literally the brains and the muscle behind this business, why we're so successful. She does this full time. I am part time. I'm a software engineer. So I'll continue to do the software engineer thing
All
and do this
true.
part time. So I will document her success under and the Rocket City Reseller is her Bay account too. So most of our success comes directly from that and other platforms we sell on that I'm not going to mention because we're on Whatnot, but there are other static platforms that we sell on. So I will continue to document her successes where I see this going. Also, I plan on scaling up my Whatnot selling this year. I don't have any shows scheduled right now because I'm a terrible person, but so I'm hoping to at least and we got the winner for the giveaway.
Kaylee Mur 90,
Hey, Lemur
congratulations.
90.
Thank you for
We
being
appreciate you so
here.
much. Thank you. There you go.
Good
All
deal.
right. Thank you for your viewership and tuning in. If you're a reseller, make sure you check us out at Rocket City. Reseller presents Launchpad tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Um, can't say enough about that. We're going to make sure that we pass on as much knowledge as we can so that way you can turn your side hustle into a business or turn your business into an empire, whichever you choose. It's going to be like pick your own story. So, Ellie, what about you? Where do you see yourself?
Well, my reselling business has been very stagnant these past couple of years. I think I started off really strong and then I had a baby and it's just been kind of dwindling. And then along came Bob, the Rocket City reseller, and Amanda, my BFF, to yank me on the hair a little bit and say, "Come on, let's get going. What are you
I
doing?"
like to call it
And so
motivation.
I was getting there to motivate me. Absolutely.
Kick your head in the
Yeah.
ass. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. It's working. It's got my wheels turning. It's got me losing sleep at night in a good way. Um,
Mm,
so I guess first and foremost is just being more consistent this year was I don't want to say abysmal because any extra income that I make for my family is really great and needed.
mhm.
And it's been a game changer to be able to get on if in when I need it. But I definitely want to make this more consistent and stable. And so I guess that's the next step. My goal is to reach 100K,
There you go.
and and I hope that I can do it live with you all and share it on the podcast with you and
Hell
show
yeah.
you guys who's responsible. Oh,
I can't wait to do our recap for the year next year to see exactly what the differences are and what being consistent, being intentional. right,
Yes.
can actually do for you outside of just the other stuff that comes with reselling. Those
Yeah.
two things right there, consistency, intentionality, I think that's the key to success personally. So,
Yeah.
and the time will
Absolutely.
tell the tale. The proof will be in the pudding. The numbers don't lie. I'm a data guy. I'm a software engineer,
You like the
data engineer.
numbers.
I can show you the numbers, and I can show you like, and when I look at the analytics and stuff, that gives me an. I personally think it gives me an edge in reselling, but it bores people, so I don't talk about it very often. So
Risa says she's watching your crayons in the back there.
you like those?
Yeah.
That's just some of our
Personal
personal.
collection.
Yeah.
Mhm. So
Those are
fun.
all the Amanda's whatnot shows that she has preloaded. So make sure you're checking out Fiona's finds, and she's got a lot of whatnot shows coming up.
For
So
sure.
yeah, look at that whatnot W. Let's talk about that real quick.
What? I want a whatnot W. Where'd you get that?
I
Did
put
you?
it up at eBay. I was like,
Oh,
I saw someone with this on whatnot selling it, and I couldn't win it. I was just like, wait a second. I know that there's a reseller out there that got this somewhere, and probably for free that's selling it on eBay because I'm that guy too. I'm like, surely
right.
there's someone out there doing it. So there you go. If you want a whatnot W, now you know.
That's awesome. I know,
They, sh-
right?
they should do more merch like that. It's just a missed opportunity, in my opinion.
For sure.
Yeah, but for also
I want,
future goals too, as we grow, to do merch and stuff like that too, right? Because I think
let's
there's an appeal.
go. I'm a good designer. I think you're a good designer. You're a better designer than me, but I like designing.
I love to draw as a hobby. I don't do it nearly
I
as
know
much or
that.
at all as that I should. Um, so a lot of people don't know that. Um, I'm very like selective about what I draw and when I draw. So it's more of an outlet for creativity than it is for like any type of like I don't do it for I do it for fun, I guess is what I'm saying.
Philip said if you guys make t-shirts, I'm buying one. Let's go. You better be
Yeah,
number one.
yeah.
She should
We're gonna
said,
have
what
one of
has
those.
been
It's gonna be us as bobbleheads for sure. Oh, bobbleheads of each other or
Facebook
Funkos.
photos?
You can
Oh,
make
do
a
you have?
Funko now. You can do a
Oh, yeah,
Funko,
I
like
have seen that.
a personalized Funko. We should totally do that. That'd be awesome.
You can be in front of a rocket ship.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Come down to Huntsville, Alabama, and we'll show you around. Anytime, you're always welcome. So,
One of these days, I'm gonna get Valentine to come with me to
hell
take me.
yeah, load the car up with the kids. We'll bring them to the Space and Rocket Center. They'll love it
Oh,
there. Yeah,
what a trip! We're gonna make it happen.
yeah.
All right. She said shared a question.
Hmm.
What has been your hardest struggle? Oh, asked by Tiny Toys. I missed it. What has been your hardest struggle?
Um, being positive.
Really?
Oh wait, Fiona says struggle watching others who are or not resellers resellers succeed over our progression.
Who are not
So
resellers,
what?
resell?
Yeah, so basically people that are not for you be
Team
successful
players.
and yeah, she struggles with that. We call them the icky part of reselling. There's always like 90, I would say 99% of the community is really great. There's just a few bad eggs, and sometimes that ruins the mix. But
Yeah.
I can kind of separate that stuff a little bit better than she can. It bothers her more because she's like, why them? Where are they? But I'm a firm believer that God will only allow that for so long before that corrects itself or he corrects it. So I put my faith before that. Being positive actually is something that is totally hard for me. So whenever I get to that point, what I try to do is I try to remain grateful. It's hard to be in a bad mood or Or she's over there sneezing. Try to be grateful, like, when I before I even put my feet down, thankful that I woke up today and that I have feet to put on the ground. Once you start thinking like that, it's hard to be in a bad mood. It's hard
Mm.
to also be negative. And I struggle, and Amanda will tell you, I struggle all the time with that. So I'm aware of it at least. It's a constant reframing of your thinking in order to be successful at anything in life. It certainly does help to be grateful. So that's how I combat it.
That's actually really interesting to hear because you're my biggest motivator. Both you and Amanda
Well,
are
thank
because
you.
you always put my butt into action and you're always shining the light in a positive way. Um,
Mhm.
so I wouldn't have guessed that that was a struggle for you. Yeah.
Yeah, Amanda will tell you it's a huge part of my, and it's part of the reason why that is. And I'm not trying to make excuses. It's about
Mhm.
who you're raised by and how you're raised is a
Mhm.
lot to do with that. And the fact that I can recognize that at my age and be able to self correct, or at least try to, like, again,
Yeah.
I struggle. There's days where I'm just like, I'm going to go back to bed and just try again tomorrow. We all have days like that. But the thing that makes me who I am is I feel fast and I feel forward. I don't try to stay in those moods when I get there.
Mhm.
Um, so that I try to reset and start over. So
Yeah, that's a really good skill to first of all be able to identify and then be able
mhm.
to yeah, adjust. I think the
There's a
biggest
good.
struggle for me
Mhm.
has just been balance uh as a mom of four, as a homeschooling mom, as a stay-at-home mom, got to get dinner on the table, all of those kind of things. Balance has been ADHD also. uh and
I'm
and I
not
and I
diagnosed, but I feel it. I feel it.
honestly, I think that a lot of us resellers have ADHD. I think that we just have the brain for reselling. I have
Yeah.
seen it a lot over and over. And she struggles with me. No. um, yeah, that balance has been very difficult for me. When I started homeschooling, I think I beat myself up because I was, working too much on the business and not working enough with the kids, and
Mhm.
and so, um, yeah, that's just a big issue for me.
The fact that you could have that many children and still be successful doing this is a testament to your character. And it's important to give yourself grace. That's one thing I didn't mention earlier,
Mm.
is to try to give yourself grace. It's given to you automatically just by knowing Jesus, but that's not the point of this podcast. But just so you know, that give yourself some grace. Um, and let that be enough for you in your day to day. Once you do that, I think you take the pressure off yourself a bit, and
Yeah,
tomorrow's another day. Maybe you didn't get there today, right? And that's
yeah,
okay. Um, Not being okay is just as okay as not being okay.
yeah,
That's a little bit of like
definitely.
it's a kind of like a mind Jedi mind trick.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah, so just know that not being okay is okay, is the narrative. And tomorrow's another day, and you get to choose to try again. Whatnot is a tough egg to crack. It really
Yeah,
is. It takes a lot of work. People think that you can just get on whatnot and like kill it. You're going to get all these sales and all these things, but organic growth is something we were talking about earlier today.
hmm,
Is hard to do, and we've all been successful at this in some way. We all have about 4,000 or so followers, I think, around
yeah,
that area, kind of creeping up at five. And it took time. We've been doing this for 2 years. You've been doing it for three. It just
yeah, yeah. Time has been my biggest friend, I think, on here.
What is Amanda saying? It will slap you like a piss mama. I don't know. Oh, whatnot? Oh yeah, whatnot. Whatnot is unforgiving, and they also forget you. We've been off. I've been off for about 2 weeks now from Whatnot, and
Oh,
I'll have to rebuild my viewership, quite honestly. And I'm not expecting myself to go live my next show and like kill it. I know that it's going to take consistency and showing up and putting in that work again. And like, so people can get used to seeing me on Wednesday nights. That's going to be my night.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, I'm up against some of the strongest rate trains in the history of whatnot and plush and toys. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, my viewership and their viewership. I think there's enough room for everybody. I don't have the same stuff as you. You don't have the same stuff as me. We might sell the same category. We're all friends here, or at least I want to be your friend. Um, that's how I look at it. I don't think as a competition at all. If you're successful, I am cheering you on the sideline, literally. So that's just how I am. So
What is she chuckling at back there? Tiny Toys asked, who are you using to cross post and how do you like it?
all right. So I'm gonna have to commercial break this one. So sorry about
All right,
that.
let me get back.
So Code Rocket City. First of all, Code Rocket City will save you $15 off your first month. They're gonna be sponsoring our podcast. It's gonna be powered by Nifty.ai. So Code Rocket City, you'll get 15% off. So basically what that is an inventory control system, one. Two, it's for cross listing. So if you want to cross list to Etsy, Macari, Poshmark, I'm probably going to get in trouble for us saying all the names of the platforms, but you guys get the drift. And not yet Whatnot. So Whatnot, reach out to Nifty.ai. There's an opportunity there. So but yeah, so yeah, I would say Nifty.ai for cross listing. Uses generative AI. It does promotions, so it will promote your closet or your store. It'll also send offers on your behalf, and you don't have to leave your browser open at all. So that's a good feature. A lot of them you have to leave your browser open and all the things for it to do its job. I'm a software engineer by degree, and I've used them all. And my recommended one is Nifty.ai, and that is my commercial break. Thank you for attending my TED Talk.
So let me ask this. As somebody who is like starting off fresh on the bay and wanting to cross list, and I think I've asked you this before, but for the sake of everybody else, at what point would you say it's a good idea to um, get a cross poster, a cross lister?
If you're on the bay first and you've reached your maximum number of listings, let's say 250, I think it is, they start charging you insertion fees.
Mhm.
You're going to want to get a store subscription. I don't know if that answers your question or not, but
Not for cross posting.
not for
So,
crossbow. Okay.
but I do have another sub question. There's a 5.99 store, and then there's the next level. Is a 5.99 store even worth it? Does it help at all, or is
I
it
would say
the
go to the
second one?
next level because you get a $25 coupon every quarter for supplies. So maybe it might be worth the difference in between.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it gives you more listings. Um, the other thing too about that is like as soon as we got our storefront, even though didn't have lot of crosses or listings up at the time, our
Mm-hmm.
sales doubled as soon as we got a store.
Dang.
So I don't know if it was because we had the capability of running sales, doing
Mm-hmm.
marketing. So you can't. I don't think without a storefront you can do like um, percentage sales and things of that nature. So having a storefront gives you the opportunity to do that.
So I
So
think I was
and
looking
then you
for
can
more of
promote your
Amanda's.
listings and stuff. One more time. Sorry.
Sorry, I think I was looking for Amanda's answer.
Oh,
She said, "I will say if you have at least 500 to 1,000 items, then is when the point you should cross list with software." That's that's what I was looking for. How many
right.
listings should I have before I invest? Because how much is Nifty a month?
So here's the thing. Nifty is 89.99 for the Pro bundle. That gives you all the bells and whistles. I know it's a lot of money. Hear me out, right? Within the first, we are on what, day 4 of the month? It's
Mhm.
already paid for the first 3 months
Not
of.
all of us have 10,000 listings,
But why don't you
but
get
getting
to
there. I'm
work?
working on. I'm
Get to
working
work.
on it. Did y'all hear that? Get to work.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I'm just saying that it will pay for itself if you allow it. too. And the our business model is that, right? Having a we have the storage to be able to do that. A lot of people don't. Pick and choose your battles wisely, right? You can run a successful business out of your closet if all you had is a closet space. You can do that, but you have to be selective about what you're picking up and sell through rate and all the other things we're going to be talking about on the podcast about all that stuff. So you can do that, but our model is a lot of storage, buy subterranean, sell low. I call it the Dollar General model, and Amanda hates every minute of that. But it's true. There's a lot of value in that. I could look for the $100 item that's going to sell quickly, but while that person's doing that, I'm selling the $12 to $20 item, 1,000 of them in the same amount of time. So I mean,
I heard you say this in a video, so and it had me just because I've been trying to stick to the $50 and up. I've been trying to stick to $50 and up. It's been more like 30 to 50, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you could still do the same. Gulf Coast Bakers is a good example of this. We were comparing when they were still doing their bay. I don't think they are anymore, but while they were still doing it, we were comparing 90-day totals, and they had less items sold and had the same amount of money as us, having twice as many sold and had the same, or relatively the same 90-day totals. So
Hmm.
there's no wrong way. It's about,
Right.
what your time is worth and what your energy is worth and the things of that. So you got to kind of pick and choose what kind of reseller you want to be. There's no wrong business model for it as long as you're putting forth the best effort. Once you're passionate about something, is it won't feel like work. You've heard it a million times from other people. There's a lot of truth in that. So I don't know. Pick it and stick it.
Pick it. Pick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I think that there's no wrong answer. So in my
Yeah.
opinion. So
I agree.
we choose to do stuffed animals, and if you haven't seen our storage and how many items we have or our holdover areas in our videos, check out the YouTube channel Rocket City Reseller and some of the videos there. Most people are like taken aback by the sheer volume that we have in stock at any given time. I think we're up to 8,000 listings and another probably 2,000 just hanging out waiting. So yeah.
Right. Any other questions? Decide out of the gate what you want and take that road. Once you go off road, it gets overwhelming and you lose sight. And it can be detrimental.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like the power of niching down or being an everything seller. Where where
Somebody
does
did a
your road
poll,
lead?
and
Yeah.
I think the overwhelming amount of resellers are everything sellers.
Tiny Toys has a good question. You have traveled a lot sourcing. What states have you hit? Ah, very good
That's
question. So we're originally from Connecticut. That would be one of them that we've sourced from and traveled to. We've gone to Florida. We've done that. We have done um, not Louisiana. Help me out, Amanda. Where have we sourced? What states? St. Louis, Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Florida, we've already said. Tennessee, always in our hearts. Uh, DC, Amanda went to DC and sourced there. Yep, Connecticut, we already mentioned that one. We have just only once in Georgia. We're fixing to make that a point of like fixing that soon. Gonna have to visit She Shed 244 soon. Yep, we're adding Minnesota, or at least Amanda is adding Minnesota this year. So around May or June. So yeah, that's a lot of states. So our goal is to try to hit every state in source.
dang. That's that sounds like Tiny Toys. She wants to travel.
Say that one more time, Amanda. What'd you say? That is true. So Amanda did a road trip. She went up and down the East Coast. Sorry. Let's see. What did Amanda say? She said If you want to be an everything seller, that's okay. But again, you should be more intentional with sourcing.
Mhm.
That's not a bad thing. We try to get our average sale price. You'll hear it as ASP, is the average sale price, to be as high as we can. We went from our average sale price being about $15 to $27
Nice.
um, over this past year. And the goal is to try to keep it to 27 to 35 this coming year. So being intentional about what we're picking up and the quality of that is what we're after. So
I
also
see.
something to remember about, I mentioned this in this morning's podcast, is our return buyer rate on the bay is 30%, which is pretty high.
Big.
So it's huge.
Yeah.
So if you take good pictures, provide quality service and a good customer service, we're top rated over there. It took a lot of work because the year before last, we almost lost our eBay store because our percentage was so low. So we went from that, and how we did it
That's my
is
story.
by doing inventory and being intentional with that, and also continually doing inventory and making sure we had the items that we're selling when we said, and having a good cross lister helps. Ever since we switched to Nifty.ai, one more plug, we used to use Vendu, we had nothing but trouble. But once we went
Yeah.
Nifty, top rated. I'm just saying, it's hard to argue with that. So
I think Tiny Toys had another question. She said, "Is there a state that you have in mind this year to go source?"
Minnesota is the
Sort
state
of.
this year. Yeah, it would be nice to hit Texas. That's on the bucket list. Those two, Arizona's on my list. I'm gonna give Johnny Hustle, the resell, a run for his money. I don't think Johnny will ever watch this, but
He won't
it'd be
see it
funny.
coming.
It'd be funny if we clipped it and then sent it to him and said, "Hey, you want to collab, buddy?"
There you go.
I enjoy his content. He's the self-proclaimed plush king of whatnot. So maybe he is. I don't know. I don't know. We should compare inventories and see. I would love to. He's an everything seller too,
What was
which is,
that nickname you had for him?
oh, Jellycat Johnny. He's got the luck of the Irish.
Jellycat Johnny.
Jellycat
We
Johnny.
need you on the podcast. Call to action.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
he does have a knack for finding rare items, and so don't I. Really, I don't know if you've seen some of my YouTube videos. I just found a big comfy couch, new old stock with tag. The cat Schnickles
That
or
was
whatever his name is, Snicklesworth. I've
Nichols.
never seen the show, so um, that was
Grew
after
up on
my
that.
time. Yeah, so but yeah, so I've had a string of finding different rare items, grails, if you will, in the plush community. So just found a kid sister today. So yeah, we just sold one for $70. Just found another one today. So
Bam.
yeah,
He doesn't even know what it is when he
yeah. When
finds
I
it.
find it, I'm like, "Hey, is this great?" And she's just like at the Goodwill, I found this
Man,
bag of toys, and I was just like, "Hey, this has a what's it called?" I forget what was even in there that kind of drove me to it. And then she's just like opening the bag and she's like screaming and hollering every time she pulls something out. It was just grail after grail after grail in this bag, and she's just like, "What the hell just happened?" So
Amanda has a mind like a steel trap. You remember
she does.
names and things and brands and like
I've
details.
mentioned this. Yeah, I mentioned this before. Amanda never met a stranger. She talks to everybody. She has a personal relationship with everybody, which really helps in reselling. So all the employees that work at all these places, she remembers their names. She remembers like all the dates. She remembers what they like. She brings them what they like when, like, she'll bring them snacks and drinks
Glenn.
and all the things. She'll bring your kids donuts. I mean, she'll just that person where she'll just continue to show up for you. So I have the privilege of being married to somebody like that. So that's my greatest honor, is to be married to someone like that. She's taught me a lot about being a friend. To have a friend, you need to be a friend. So yeah, So those are important traits to have in reselling. Taking the time to see someone, right? Because a lot of times we walk into these stores and we're not seeing the person for the person. They're just a means to the end. Having a relationship and forming that relationship can lead to other things. Not that that's why you should do it. You should see them for them, but
Yeah.
it's a side product of it. So there's nothing wrong with just getting to know someone, being friendly and kind. Kindness doesn't cost you anything, really,
Here
other
you
than your
go, right here.
time.
Well, let me tell you,
So,
making friends is a skill, and
one I
it's not
never
always
learned.
easy. That's all of us.
It's
Yeah.
not personal if I don't call you back.
It's not personal if I don't remember your name, but I remember my friend Glenn. I want to say hi. He said hello, Tennessee, and I met Glenn at Swamp Picker at the Tennessee Nashville meetup. So
Oh, nice. Yeah, we can't wait for the next Nashville meetup. You'll have to introduce me to them. I don't know if we've met or not. I'm terrible with names and faces until I met you a few times. But
Glenn, are you coming to the meetup this year? Well, we're
it
not
would be
even
nice
sure.
to.
There's no date now.
We're gonna have to make our own meetup. Mm-mm.
Awesome.
No, I would never do
We're coming
that.
to Alabama.
No, there's nothing. There's really nothing to see here in Alabama, quite honestly.
No.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we do kind of already meet up. So if you're in the Nashville Triangle area, like between Alabama and Nashville and Georgia and the southern
We
states
have a
there,
micro.
we could have a micro meetup. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sourcing anyway. Why not come along? Why not?
Why not?
You're more than
Tag
welcome.
along, meet kids. Definitely.
Yeah. So I don't know. Any other questions? I love these questions from Tiny Toys. Man, Tiny
Good
Toys is on.
questions. So far,
Yeah,
it
they're
took me
great
now
questions.
9 hours to get there. Last time it took you 9 hours to get there. Where are you at, Glenn?
Swamp Picker.
Florida? Are you in
Sounds like
Florida
he's in the
still?
southern state. Swamp. Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana.
Louisiana. That's how you have
There
to
we
say
go.
it, right? Louisiana.
I don't know if I
Yeah,
can say it right.
The Cajun reseller. You might know him, right? I'm sure he was at the reseller
Yeah.
meetup. Yeah.
Chris, is it? Is it Chris?
Yeah, Chris. Super nice
Okay.
guy. Talk about the OG. Now he's the plush king. If I had to like name, like when we first started doing this, I started getting his reels too. He found a
Mhm.
Ferguson Jellycat, like when back in the before
Saw him
Jellycats were
Friday at the
popular.
post
It's like
office.
$1,000. Oh, there you go. You saw him Friday at the post office. There you go.
Tell him we said hello next time you see him.
Yeah, for
We probably
sure.
should have
He's a
said.
good dude, man. He's a super chill
Yeah.
guy too.
I was just gonna say super chill.
You never know, but he's just and he drives a sports car. I was like looking at his Instagram or something, and it's like this red sports car. I was like, damn, I thought he was like a sensible Subaru or something. No,
No,
he
be
likes his car
nice.
style.
Nice. The single life, the single life.
Yeah, right. Maybe that's what it is. I can't see you fitting that much for sourcing though in a sports car, but
I
it's probably
not
not
the
his
plush
first
that we
ride.
source, right?
No, not at the volume. We barely fit all that stuff from
Yeah.
our last the sourcing trip, and
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, maybe get a bigger vehicle would be a goal too this year. And also one of the future state goals I forgot to mention is building a warehouse on our property.
Warehouse in the
Yep.
works. Tiny Toy told me a little bit about this. Tell us more.
What types of items did you stop buying even though they looked profitable? So sadly, realistic animals and also something would be considered a baby item, like a rattle or a lovey. Some of those
Mhm.
can get up there in price point. One of the things that we're moving away from that these are profitable items and you can sell a lot of them because there's always like that desperate mama that wants that comfort item for their baby. But
Mhm.
for us, we just don't sell enough of it for it to make sense. You could be that reseller that is can't keep them in stock. For us, for some reason, they don't move well. So we're gonna probably move away from that and sell through what we have, and a lot of that will go to Whatnot this season. So if you're in the market for that type of item, come see me. We do a reseller restock at least once a month. So if you have sourcing issues in your area and you want to buy items at a low price so that you can flip them to resell, make sure you check out my Rocket City reseller. Um, and we're going to be doing a lot of like wholesaling of that type of item. So more to come on that.
There you
How do you
go.
decide how much to pay on the spot at a garage sale or a thrift store? Well, thrift stores are set prices. Normally isn't very much negotiation. Although there are a few Christian thrift stores that know us from being foster parents that kind of take it easy on us. Um, so we have that kind of going on behind the scenes, but for the most part, we don't garage sale. But I love to haggle, and it's a complete art form. And I learned that at a very young age. I'm from a family that went to a lot of yard sales, flea markets. Um, my grandparents did a lot of charity work and reselling for that. So I grew up behind a table at a booth for a lot of my formative years. So I always got to see like that side of the selling. So that's where I learned how to haggle and ask for prices. So it's okay to ask them what the price is and say, and get one or two items, maybe pay up for the first item, right? And then say, oh, yeah, I saw this too. Would you be willing to take this for this? So by paying up originally for that first item, you've built a relationship of trust, right? Because most relationships are built on trust. And then taking that, I don't want to say, and not trusting you, but asking for a discount is okay.
Yeah.
Say, and they say, well, I wanted $3. Would you be willing to take $1 for it? They're more than likely going to be okay with it because of that previous sale. So having that relationship right away, and also don't be afraid to ask them, do you have more of this item or do you have this other item? They may have not put it out. Also carry business cards, or you get yourself one of those Google numbers tied to your phone number and put it on a card and say, hey, can you call me if you know anybody that is doing this or has these items? I'm a buyer all day long for you. I'd be willing to work with you, and you can formulate relationships and do private picks that way.
Yeah. Like
Just some
leftovers.
advice.
Yeah.
And then there's also the free stuff on the side of the road.
That's how I
Don't.
started my business.
Yep. Dumpster diving. I watched so much YouTube about dumpster diving. I'm fascinated. I really am fascinated by the life, by the hustle, by the
And the
sheer amount of
fines.
shit that you can find. Let's be
The
real.
fines.
Let's be real.
Yep. I started off that way. Not just behind retail dumpsters, but just curbside. All the stuff that would be tossed away.
Yeah. Courtney calls it the free bins. Like she'll go to at the garage sale. If you time it right and you know the garage sales usually end around 12 and 1 o'clock. If you're okay, but not being the first, but being the last and taking what is left over before they have to haul it into the car and move it down to the Goodwill, be that person,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
Show up at the garage sale at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock when they're about to tidy up for the day and be like, hey, listen, I saw you have all this stuff. They're moving stuff back into their garage. You're like, hey, how much for everything? Be that person. And then take that discount and move it to Whatnot and sell at a volume. Sell it right from the driveway. Can you imagine saying, I'm going to be here for a while. Let me just sit in your driveway and sell shit.
Let me tell you something about that. Um, there was a Tiny Toy says she has a question she couldn't type, so I'm looking at my messages see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Uh, there was a house where Val was working that they were going to throw out this vending machine. And I so badly wanted to take the vending machine for myself and place it somewhere. But we just didn't have the means to do it, transportation or means to just hold it or
Mhm.
store it anywhere. Um, so I took a photo of it while they were still working it there, sold it for $400. They were going to throw it away or trash it. I think it was 400. And somebody came to pick it up and I never had to bring it home.
Listen, Jack's Treasures does the same thing with their storage units. They sell it right
Yep.
out of before they even move it. So
Yep.
I'm not mad at that hustle. Market Facebook Marketplace is iffy at
Yeah.
best for me. I'm not a Facebook Marketplace person, but my wife loves sourcing from there.
I've never been. I've tried recently to sell smaller, like toys, the stuff that we sell here. It
Mhm.
hasn't done well for me, but furniture and bigger flips are great, and quick flips. Tiny Toys' question: what's one mistake you see newer resellers make when sourcing toys?
Believing everything that they see on social media.
Hmm.
A lot of times there's a lot of truth in LPS and things of that nature selling well, but you have to be careful. Now we can attest to this. There's a lot of fakes out there. So you have to be
And
really
scams.
careful about counterfeit items. So I think one of the things to be careful of when you're first getting into the hobby, if you're going to start it as a hobby or a business, is to really do your research. So educate, 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 watch YouTubes, do research, do all the things, and then take that knowledge and strike. As soon as you take out your phone and start comping things at a yard sale, the price is going to go up. They're going to know you're a reseller. So if you want to keep that secret, that's okay. There's two different angles. You can say, yes, I'm a reseller, I'm going to be your guy, but this is the price I can pay for it. Or do your educate, 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 do your research and then attack and don't bring out your phone. Just trust your gut and buy that item. So, and look
Yeah.
out for counterfeits.
And scams among certain of the categories. It's just so
Yeah, especially
common.
on Facebook Marketplace, or if someone's telling you, I'll hold it for you if you cash at me with the bricks. We're not doing that. I'll meet you at the McDonald's. We'll keep the
Yeah.
light on.
Do you price to sell fast or sit longer for higher margins?
Yeah, quick nickel or fat. Was it? I always screw this one up. Quick nickel, slow dime. Is that what it is?
I think so.
So we have a double-edged sword here type of thing for whatnot. It's about moving quickly and wholesaling. I'm at constant odds with myself about this, because we are static resellers as well on other platforms. So I think if it's a certain price point, I'm okay with going through it fast for $3. If someone can take that in four times their money, so the item's probably worth like 20, $25, I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is bringing a TY um, Ploofy that can sell for 63 to whatnot and selling it for $3. I'm not okay with that.
No.
Now there is a chance that I could get bid up, but
So you
um,
kind of have a break off point.
yeah, there's
Like
a
there's a limit.
breaking
Yeah.
there's a breaking point for me personally. Amanda's like, you have to bring the good with the bad. I'm not saying that I'm not bringing good items because I am. There's value in the items that I bring, and there's money to be made for those items. So I know that I'm a reseller. Most of the people that buy from me are resellers. They're not really buyers or collectors. There's a few, don't get me wrong, but most people that buy from me are buying from me to resell, and I'm aware of that. So I try to bring like a mix of things that can sell at different price points. And
Mhm.
I'll bring, like, say I'll have a security breach, one of those big bunnies. It's sold for $60 on the bay. I was selling
Dang.
it on whatnot for 20. So I do that type of thing. Um, and I try to give collectors also a bargain. I know something sells for 40, $50. That's a build a bear. I'll sell it for 20. So I'm giving the deep discount, but I'm also being mindful of some of the other things that sell better on other places. So do your research, get your experience. So make sure you're comping things. You're not just checking listed prices. You're checking actual sold comps and the difference between the two. If you need help with that, make sure you're checking out Resellers Refuge on Facebook. Join the group, and there's a video that's pinned to the top of that Facebook group that goes through sell through rate and how to figure that out. So make sure you join the Resellers Refuge on Facebook. We'll talk about that kind of thing.
Okay, I think Tiny Toys had one more. I don't know if you're. Want to stay on a little bit or ready to call it? But let me read
Yeah, I
this
mean, I
one.
could do a few more.
Okay. She said, "How often do you adjust prices after listing? Like
Nifty does it for me.
75%?"
Yeah, so
Oh, nice.
Nifty.ai actually does that for me. I have a setting set up where um, after a certain amount of days, I think it's 30 or 60, it'll go and drop it by 10%, and it will continue to do so until it reaches a certain margin, and it will stop doing that. And it will actually do all that work for me, promote, share the item. If someone likes it, they wait 10 minutes, and then it'll strike and send them an offer. If they don't, sometimes people like things and then buy them, and sometimes people just like them and save them in their cart in hopes that they'll get an offer. So Nifty will do that for you.
Almost like the bay. I think you can set it up that way. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. It works well for us, and we've at least tripled or quadrupled our sales with Nifty.ai. So
Goals.
yeah, it will
I
pay
think I
for
have
itself.
25
Don't worry.
listings. I got 25 listings. I got some work to do first.
I mean, you got
Working
to
on it.
start somewhere. There was a time where I had 25 listings too. You know, so
But I'm
now we
happy
have
you
eight. I think we have
can.
8,000 now.
Yeah.
Something like that. Speaking of great eBay stores, Drifting Thrifters on eBay or the Bay has a great store
Wow.
front. I really
1,500.
enjoy it.
That's awesome.
I really enjoy your store. So I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million more. It was well done. So
Nice. Goals. Like I said, baby steps.
hey, listen,
We're
you got to
trying to
start
make.
somewhere. The thing is being consistent. Try to get 5 up a day. If you can't get 5 up, the days that you can list, make sure you're drafting items and putting in a draft bank. That is the
Yeah.
strategy. So let's say Wednesdays are your best day to list items. Don't do 20 items and list them all at once. Do 5, list them, and take those other 15 and bank them for another day.
It is so
So
hard for my ADHD brain to
the
not
bank,
list them all. I have them.
right? I had the same
So
problem.
hard.
I had the same problem. I totally understand. Like it's just like, oh, I haven't finished what I started, and I really need to
Right.
finish what I started. So try to fight that. Fight that
I will.
inner.
I will.
Yeah, I had the same problem. So there's just
Listing
something
vintage.
about completing a task that makes you just feel like,
Listing vintage motocross posters now, said Swamp Picker. That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
posters
awesome.
can do really well. I think the Rebel Reseller's husband Robert picked up a few posters, Silver Surfer, and then there was another one. They were the black
Nice.
light posters, the older
Mhm.
ones, and they comped out for like I want to say a thousand maybe, or a couple hundred, somewhere in there. And yeah, they haven't sold them yet, but they found them at the bins for like nothing. So
Swamp Picker says he has some signed. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't come across posters. I know to look for them, but I haven't come across any in my
um,
hunt. Tiny Toy said
yeah,
one last question.
yeah, good.
What's your rule for bundling versus selling individually?
So we started bundling probably about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. We were having trouble selling items by themselves. We talked about Paw Patrol and Balooey a little bit at the beginning of this. Um, Finding similar items in the same character family and then taking multiples of that. So our rule of thumb is like if it's a cast of characters and you have enough of that item, you should always bundle them. You can get more from the for the item because people perceive value as in quantity. So
Mm.
just like at the store, right? When you see an empty shelf, you're like, what's going on? But if you see a shelf of things that are full and at capacity, you're more likely to buy something. It's just retail there or psychology. So that's how we decide. We usually do by character family and bundle items in that way. Or if we only have one of the items, it'll get and then price point will also drive that too. If there, let's say I have 10 bluey items, and one of those bluey items is a $70 item by itself, I won't bundle that with the other group. I'll take that item in by itself. I know that it has a good sell through rate and it sells well at that price point. I'll take that and break it off and do it by itself. And then I'll take those other items, put them together because they're lower cost point, and try to keep things like manageable because there's got two different buyers. There's that buyer that wants that rare item, and then there's that buyer that wants the instant collection. So it's a balancing act. Knowing how to do that just comes with experience, honestly. So
Thank you for all your time. Thank you
thank
for
you,
all your
Tiny, for
questions.
the questions. Yeah, we appreciate you so
Keeping
much.
the
Remember, you
keeping the
guys, to check out the podcasts. You're going to see more of this and more content coming through this year. So make sure you're coming in. And I think Ellie's going to go ahead and raid someone and bless someone really quickly. But we want to remind you guys, if you can't be good at it. Okay. And we'll catch you next time.
Thank y'all
Thank you,
for
Ellie,
being
for
here.
hosting this.
Okay, I'm raiding into Chad. Is that okay? I can hustle all day. Let's
Sounds
go
good to
say hi
me.
to Chad. Let's go. Bye, guys.
Get
Thank
those
you.
rockets in there for him. Get those rockets in there for him.